Welcome to Superior Heights Field here in Sault Ste Marie, Ontario. I'm Tony Bonifero, joined alongside Scott McPherson, Chris Carr on a chair, and Jay Houselander in studio. Scott, big game here today between the Clarington Knights, who sit at 2-2, versus the undefeated Sault Sabercats. What are your expectations or thoughts going into this game?
Don't know much about this Clarington team, but the Sault Sabercats looking to finish off this regular season. First team in Sault Sabercats history to attempt the feat to run the table undefeated. So the offense on Sault Sabercats has been pretty powerful, facing a tough undermanned team, it looks like, with Clarington, only about 25 guys on the sideline. So let's hope for a great game. It's a great day for football, a little windy, which will help Ty Koski with the kicking duties, but we're ready to play and setting up for kickoff soon.
Yeah, a couple big games for Clarington. I believe they got I'm not sure if this is 100% accurate, but I think they have to win their last two games to get to a top 4 playoff seed. So a couple big games here as the onside kick by Koski again goes short, and it's taken by the Sabercats, and it's picked up by number 25, Landon Trecarton. Little trick play off the bat, and it'll be first down and 10 Sabercats.
It'll be first down Sabercats.
Looks like the Clarington coaches didn't watch the game film, because that seems to be a standard move for the Sabercats to attempt the onside, and worked for them. Traveled at least 10 yards. Trecarton with a nice pickup to set up first and 10 from the 40.
Yeah, big play there by the Sabercats. Again, you're right. It's almost like, it's like they didn't watch the game tape, because we know that, the Sabercats really enjoy that short onside kick. So well played, well executed. Tucker's going to take the snap here. He's got Scaglione lined up to his right, and there's a handoff up the middle, and nice block there, and big run. Ronan Provenzano, he takes it down inside the 15-yard line. What a terrific block on the play by number 50, Lucas Cochamilio. He absolutely opened up a hole there, and Provenzano made no mistake.
Great to see Cochamilio getting a start here tonight. He hasn't played. He's been a healthy scratch in a couple games, so nice to see him getting up and getting his feet wet and looking for more big things from that big O-line.
Yeah, that's a heck of a block for your first game, first play in a while, as Tucker now takes it. Tucker fakes it to Provenzano. He rolls, and Tucker decides to tuck it, and Tucker's in for that touchdown.
Touchdown, Sabercats.
Matthew Malcolm was wide open in the back of the end zone as well, but Tucker decided to call his own number, and great decision as he scampers in for 10, and he's going to give the Sabercats an early 6-0 lead.
Nice way to kick things off. I'm sure the Sioux offense is glad to get things rolling early. 2 quick plays in for a score already. So Ty Koski in for the extra point.
You had a chance to talk to Coach Antonello before the game, and I'll get to his keys to the game here right after this extra point attempt, and it is good by Koski, so that'll be a 7-0 lead, Sabercats.
Up and good. 7-0.
But Coach Antonello was saying, the key to the game today in his mind was they really needed to get the run going, right? They needed to establish the run early on, and he talked about how the run will open things up for the pass, right? And an outstanding start here for the Sabercats. And on the other side of things, he was speaking defensively. He said, this Clarington team, they can run the ball. They can run the ball out of different sets, and they really need to focus on stopping the run here today. So those are his keys to the game. And, it's only 54 seconds in here, Scott, but you can check off one early.
And we'll see Clarington here defend this one, and hopefully they'll shore up that onside kick, as we mentioned before, the Sabercats are known to go back to the well a few times with this onside kick, but maybe they'll pound it deep here and watch the return game.
Looks like Tristan Smith back to receive. Clarington has moved up a couple players, and there's a deep kick to the left. It's taken. And there's a tackle on the outside. It looks like number 24. We don't have a number for number 24. We apologize. If anyone's
might have been 21. Nicholas Becker.
Short return will be first and 10 for Clarington.
if anyone knows the numbers and the names of any of these players that we don't have for Clarington, please post it in the comments. Or if we mispronounce any names, feel free to post that in the comments as well, and we will correct it.
Credit given there to 21 Nicholas Vecchio on that tackle. It wasn't 24, but Vecchio went to stop. So let's see the defense go to work.
It was 24 on the return.
Oh,
they didn't have the number 4, yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, there's a handoff here, and it's a cutback by, I believe that was Sakati on the run. Braden Sakati. And he's
McLeod in on the tackle.
Swallowed up by Caden McLeod.
2nd and 10.
So good start here for the Sabercats defense. Clarington, again, known for their running game, right? They like to run different plays out of, they'll often run the same play out of different sets, give defenses different looks, those types of things. So it'll be neat to see kind of how they can try and get around the Sabercats D, as there's a pitch to the outside, and that's read absolutely beautifully by Vecchio.
Nice start by Vecchio to keep contained and turn it back in and actually move in and make this stop. So
21, Nicholas
looks like a loss of 1 on the play, brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, that was beautifully played there by the Sabercats.
That'll set up 3rd and about 12.
You could really see they were coached well on that play. The corners, they didn't bite at all. They stayed in, and then, if you got a cornerback who can step in there and make that kind of tackle, that's a nice luxury to have.
Yeah. They did a nice job defending, like I said, containing that outside end, which we're probably trying to get.
Tristan Smith with a boot about a mile in the air. And unfortunately, it didn't go too far, so the officials blew it dead for safety reasons. So the Sabercats will take over 1st down and 10 from the Knights' 29-yard line.
That ball flew as high as a Don Chow penalty flag.
Yeah.
So it's going to get blown dead, and it'll be 1st and 10.
It looked like a good snap.
Yeah.
A little low, but a chance to boot it out and only traveled to about the 28-yard line, 29-yard line, which is where the Sabercats will take over.
So Tucker again will line up in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Provenzano lined up to his right. Tucker takes the snap. He looks right. He tucks it. A nice play there by the Clarington defense, and he's taken down by number 80, Colby Dowdle. Great play there. Nice coverage on the back end by the Knights defense.
A little rough takedown by Tucker there, shaking his head a little bit, getting up, but I'm sure he'll stay in and fight through that one. But nice play by Dowdle to make the stop.
Tucker, again, he takes the shotgun snap. He hands it up the middle to Provenzano, and Provenzano has all sorts of room, and he's up close to a 1st down. He's probably going to be a yard or 2 short.
36, Jalen Connell in on the stop. Defensive end. Nice job to wrap up after a long gain, though.
Yeah, if you're defensive, if you're a D lineman making a tackle 10 yards downfield, that's a way to get in the coach's good graces right there. So great effort there.
Nice battle back.
3rd down and 2. Scaglione back in the game. Generally a run formation here, and it is again Provenzano right up the middle, and he isn't even touched till 10 yards downfield, and he scampers in for the touch.
To make break them free.
Sabercats line up for the extra point, and Bentley attempted to pick that up a little bit early, and that'll be 5 yards added on at the kickoff, I believe.
Into the backfield before the ball snap.
Yeah.
Marginal call, but I'll get him a little closer. Attempt to make it 14-0. Oh, ball's loose.
Oh, yeah, and there it is. It's picked up by Goche. Gauthier takes it. Gauthier still moving, and nice backside
After all
pursuit
said and done, Gauthier tries
by
to
number
find the break,
88,
eventually tackled
Garrett
by number
Vesnever.
98.
Flag down on the 1.
We do have a
There
flag
is a
down.
flag down. We'll see what that is.
Surprise 4. Gauthier didn't look at a pass. Had a few guys
Yeah.
down deep in end zone. It's tough to run it in from 15 with 4 guys.
What kind of helicopter is that we see in the background? That's a big one.
Well, Apache helicopter doing a.
Yeah, doing
Okay,
a.
we're gonna try this
We got a
one more
little flyover here in the Sioux.
Got our drone camera work for.
Yeah.
All right, we'll try that again after the penalty flag. Good snap.
Gauthier gets it down, and the
Kick is
kick
up and
is
good.
good by Koski. Once again, there is a flag on the play.
Late flag coming in.
We'll see what the flag is. I didn't see it. Did you, Scott?
No, I didn't see the infraction, but
Okay.
it was well after the play or the ball was through. So
Yeah.
looks like Koski's got his kicking leg in game shape here. His first 2 converts have been well through the end zone, so might not need it today, but it come in handy to build his confidence moving forward to playoffs.
Sabercats jump out to a 14-0 lead here. We'd just like to take a quick second to thank a couple of our sponsors. We'd just like to thank the go visit Pockets Confectionery, located at 383 Cora Road in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Pockets Confectionery offers products for your everyday needs, including access to an ATM, propane exchange, ice, snacks, lottery, and much, much more. The store hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Friday and 9 to 8 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. For all your West End needs, please go to Pockets Confectionery. I actually went there earlier today and utilized their barbecue exchange program. So it was perfect. Yeah.
Great day for the barbecue.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you're not barbecuing, make your way down here to Superior Heights, rather, to watch this great game. 14-0 early start. A lot of ball game to play, though, and Clarington receives the ball after the kickoff.
Yeah, it
Looks
looks like they have.
Penalty was assessed to Clarington.
Okay, so that would have been
So after
probably an
10 yards,
unsportsmanlike penalty, potentially.
Sabercats will kick off.
So it seems like they're shooting themselves in the foot,
45.
being down 14-0. We'll start deep in their zone after.
So
moving the ball.
34, Tristan Smith, and number 24, that's the gentleman we don't have a name for. We'll try and get that at halftime or back to receive the kick.
This Clarington team looking like the Sault Sabercats of last year with all these mixed helmets
Yeah.
and different programs represented here, obviously.
This is a perfect spot for an onside kick, which we figures, and there it is, and it's taken, and it's picked up again by the Sabercats, I believe.
Another short kick.
It is taken by the Sabercats. Didn't see
Ball
who
was touched
picked it
and
up over
I'm
there.
assuming fumbled and taken by the Sabercats, so it'll be 1st and 10.
That's a tough ball to hang on when you got guys coming missiling at you and you're
100%.
trying to just focus on the ball. So I thought he had it, hit the dirt, and looks like 27. Maybe David Kirk picked it up, but we'll get confirmation on that. But Sault Ste. Marie with the ball again. 69 Marcus Graham under center today.
Tucker getting the play. Coming in. 2 receivers to both sides. Scaglione lined up to his right. Provenzano takes the handoff. Well, that's Thibodeau, I believe, sorry. Thibodeau takes it, and he cuts to the left. And
Handoff to
Caleb
Chris
Thibodeau with a good hard
actually
run.
tackled on the
He's
sideline,
taken
somewhat
down by
inside.
Colby Dowdle.
Between the 15-20 line.
Good hard yards for Thibodeau.
Yeah, nice run there again.
Sorry, Chris. Caleb Thibodeau.
Pretty much anytime Skaggs is in the
Chris
game
couldn't run
like
like
that. I
that.
mean, obviously we know
That's
they
it.
have some, they have some play action off of that and things, but and we have another flag here. But Scaglione is an absolute monster on the football field, no matter
Where
where
Colby
he
Dowdle.
plays. And you know what? If he's going to be
Well,
out there, you want to utilize him, right? So you automatically just think run, right?
And that's so valuable, too, though, because when you do see him in the game and you playing and have to respect that run capability, and he as a blocker or as a runner, then sets up other things nice. And in a tight game, set up your passing game nicely. So
Looks like the bench will be going, or the Clarington bench is getting a little discussion with the officials. I believe the penalty was likely against them. I hope it wasn't an ejection type penalty, because that's not something anyone wants, especially traveling all this way. So,
especially the short benches they do. I don't see
Yeah.
many spares on the sideline. So coming up to Sault Ste. Marie with a depleted lineup, or a short lineup anyway. So
at least they showed up.
there was some fear that we'd have an extra bye week, but no, it's nice that they made the trip, and thanks to them for making the effort and keeping the integrity of the division. So
Yeah, that's something we've talked a lot about, right? It's been an increasing issue. We've seen a lot, with the JV and the varsity program, teams just not coming up here and things like that. So we always appreciate it when the teams do show up and when they actually do come and play. So, it's nice to see.
it's a long way to go, and unfortunately our junior Sabercats had their game scratched today. We got the afternoon off, but we're glad to be here to bring you these local sports. And the JV Sabercats obviously very disappointed that they weren't able to play against York today, who were unable to make the trip.
That would have been a great game too.
Absolutely.
Tucker takes the ball. He takes the snap. He looks left. And he hits Trudeau at the goal. They're down inside the 10, sorry. And Trudeau's taken down. Outstanding job there, led by Sean Puttycombe.
With the tackle.
Good coverage.
Yeah.
And there's another flag, and that one's, I think, going to go against Trudeau.
Yeah.
And now Trudeau's walking out.
Looks like some of the second stringers are going to get a chance to play if these Sabercats continue to
So we got
pick
a couple
these
of flags
flags.
On the play with, some
Well,
shenanigans
discipline,
after the whistle.
What hurts this team the most is themselves, right? If they can somehow keep their emotions intact, and if they can somehow keep their mouth shut a lot of the time, right? I mean, they're going to be a real tough team to beat in the playoffs, a real tough team to beat in the playoffs. So,
and in a game like this, it's 14-0 this early. It could get away on them, and then tempers get heated, elevated, and you can not only get, negatively affect your team this week, but I guess 2 or 3 objectionable conducts, you could be suspended for the next game. So,
and that's not like Jaden. Jaden's a good kid, so it's
that'll
let the emotions get the best of him there, and
that will back your Sabercats up.
I guess if you're the Sabercats,
15-yard line.
one of the nice luxuries that you have
I believe we have a timeout.
you're losing an unbelievable receiver in Jaden Trudeau. You look, Daniel Bambako isn't even dressed today, and you still have an embarrassment of riches across the field, right, at their wide receiver position. Scott, talk a little bit about those guys and a couple of the kids that you know specifically.
well, of course, I know number 88 very well. He lives in my house, and he's always chomping at the bit and realizing that he's playing behind some great receivers, but just give him the chance. And in a case like today where Jaden Trudeau goes out potentially, Ty Kosky is another great receiver in a backup position. Mitchell Commissar, who's playing defensive line today, but he has an ability and has played that position before. A lot of these guys, obviously Carter, Jaden, those guys speak for themselves. Raymond Rumil and Matthew Malcolm, just waiting for a chance to get in there and then come up to play every practice and show up and work their defense.
Just a
And
reminder,
they would love nothing better than to get a chance at it.
Right
And I
underneath here
know
at
that
the
number
field
88
house.
is certainly no different in that regard, and maybe we'll be able to spread the ball around to those wide receivers.
Yeah, you talked a lot about those kids, and I mean, I've mentioned Matt Malcolm before, even in basketball. I've watched him throughout his career, and he's one of my favorite athletes that I've watched. Right, I love the way he plays basketball. I think he's a very underrated football player, and just a great athlete all the way around. And you're right, Ray Vermeil's another one, and there's Tucker now has it. Tucker, he hands it off on this jet sweep, and it's taken. I'm not sure if that's Carter,
Goal,
but
hand off to Matthew Malcolm.
oh, Matthew Malcolm, there he is.
All over the place.
And Malcolm scampers all the way
Close
down.
to the first, or close to the end zone.
Look at that, right on
Finally
cue.
brought down.
Thanks for making me look good, Matt. But
Call
no,
numbers, yeah.
yeah, but no, that's exactly
For
what I'm
Clarington.
talking about. I feel like he's he's a
Evander
sneaky
Bentley.
good athlete, right?
We
And
have no
he'll
name
do
for
anything. He
26
can do
on the
anything
roster.
out there. So
Yeah.
great play there. I didn't see who made the tackle, but
Nor did I.
80,
But
Colby
very
Donald.
elusive, ran 37 yards. Picked up
6:17 remaining.
8 on the play, but
It's going to be third and about
got
or
away
third
with
goal,
about
actually.
3-4 different tacklers and brought it down to looks like the 2-yard line.
so third down and goal here for the Sabercats. Into the game comes Provenzano immediately when you see Scaglione and Provenzano out there.
Oh, they got 99 Grant Matheson in the backfield too. So
there's big, Matheson. Yeah, they
big
got
refrigerators coming to play.
Who's gonna? And there it is. Ronan takes the direct snap, and he just walks right into the. .5:44 to play in the first.
And the seat just parted. Those big guys, Skaggs and Matheson, number 99, looking like Wayne Gretzky with the big hits there.
Yeah.
But didn't walk that one into the end zone, and the carrier was able to cross the line pretty easily. 5:44, 20-0 round. Going for the extra point, make it 21.
And the kick is up, and it's good.
Koski's kick is up and good.
Good snap, good hold by Dakin and Gauthier. Of course, Koski knocks his third through, bringing the score to 21-0 with 5:44 in the first quarter.
Yeah, we just want to thank our touchdown sponsor. We'd like to thank Mama Cass Cheesecakes. At Mama Cass Cheesecakes, we strive to bring you the very best cheesecake using only the freshest ingredients. Specializing in New York-style baked cheesecakes, we also make keto, gluten-friendly, and lactose-free, so you'll never have to miss out on dessert time. Dinners, parties, weddings, big or small, we'll cheesecake them all. Find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Mama Cass Cheesecakes. That's Mama Cass Cheesecakes with 2 S's. We had the privilege of sampling a couple cheesecakes a few weeks back, Scott, so we can absolutely attest to that. I know that I made an order last week, so yeah. I like, it's the gluten-free option, right, and the sugar-free options that I like. So
when two big dudes give them thumbs up for a cheesecake, you can never trust a skinny chef, right?
That's right. That's right.
So you know that if we give them thumbs up, then it's a great little product. And thanks again for them for supporting us.
And Koski, he kicks it deep. It's taken by the up back, Reed Austin. And Reed Austin with a decent little return there, and he's tackled by Kieran Juma, number 35.
28, Mackenzie Reed.
So the Knights are going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line.
There's obviously lots of game left, but they're going to have to get their offense unhinged here to get some momentum back in the game. And let's see that big running program that they're known for. See if they can get that working today.
Yeah, you know what? I think the key is, right, because this Sabercats defense is extremely well coached, and they know their responsibilities. It's going to be tough running to the outside against this team. I really believe that. I think if they're going to have success, they're going to need to try and find it up the middle, and that's no easy task. And there's another run to the outside, and again,
handoff number 15,
Matthew O'Farrell tries to get to the outside, but he doesn't get much. Maybe 4 yards there. Again,
a couple of yards.
Great tackle.
Interesting to see for the Sabercats, too, because in past games they've gone the 3-4. It looked like they were in a 4-3 setup there, so I don't know if they're mixing this up based on their offense that they see across the ball, but looked like a 4-3 start on there, but we'll see how that progresses throughout the game.
Yeah, and that's Grant Matheson, so that's a defensive end, running down a jet sweep after a couple yards. So, again, a great play there by Matheson. So it'll be 2nd down, and we'll call it 7. Knights with another pitch to the outside. And again, that's not going anywhere as Nick Vecchio with another terrific play on the outside.
Great job by 21 to shut it down. Owen Andriola, 77, coming to help on the cleanup, but Vecchio played that, stayed at home, played it well, and Seamus Parlow out today. As another flag flies. Looks like Clarington will be the offending team again, but like I said, Parlow sitting out this one for an injury, and other guys coming up to step up and make plays. So Vecchio with a great start with about 3-4 tackles already early in this game.
Yeah, Vecchio's off to a terrific start, but kind of like we talked about, right? It's going to be difficult to run to the outside here against this team. All year it's been difficult for teams. So another unsportsmanlike penalty against the Knights. So the ball will go back another 15 yards.
Seems like everything you're calling now comes to play. So
I believe that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Clarington,
talked about
and that'll back them up.
one of the players earlier, and he stepped up. Malcolm there, and
Yeah.
Al Vecchio called his name. So
The Knights are going to be punting from their own, I believe that's their own 24-yard line. There's the snap, and there's a much better kick. The height on that is unbelievable, and it's taken by Carter. Carter tries to get to the outside, and what a move by Carter, and he finally gets wrapped up. Great job by Jacob Woolley.
They're going backwards a little bit after a few
Braden
minutes.
Siccotti,
Brought down by number 31, Braden
and I
Siccotti.
believe it was 23, Tyrese Gerard. But great effort by those three players, as Carter's a tough guy to bring down, and they all worked together, and that was an outstanding tackle.
And Carter doesn't need a lot of room to get loose, and I thought he had broken one, but first defender grabbed his shirt and slowed him up enough to wait for help, and they were able to stop a big run back and brought him back to their 52 for the Sabercats.
Tucker lines up. He's got Thibodeau lined up to his left. And there's the handoff again to Malcolm. And Malcolm again falls forward. He picks up about 8 yards.
Close to first down yardage.
Great to see Malcolm get the carry there. Having himself a big day. Thing I love about Malcolm, we talked about him earlier, and when you watch him play the game, he's playing for all the right reasons. There's a big smile coming out from behind that mask, whether it's basketball or football. He's always loving what he's doing, and that's the beauty of amateur sports. You're just playing for the love of the game.
Tucker takes the handoff. He gives it right to Thibodeau, and Thibodeau's taken down. That is an outstanding tackle.
Up almost immediately by
number 35, Owen Belfry. When's the last time we saw Caleb Thibodeau go down like that? He was gone. That would have been a touchdown, I don't think, if Belfry would have touched him there. What a tackle.
Lost his footing there. That's the easiest tackle that kid's going to make, because you don't get the full load of Thibodeau. You're tripping him up and making him stumble forward, but still a gain of first down on the play. So
Nathan Gazzetti in the game, the grade 10 player for the JV team, getting his first action in the varsity. And what a little pass that is to Nate Carter. Nice play by Tucker. Beautiful read.
He gets to about the 30-yard line.
There we go again with another flag.
We have a flag.
I don't know who they're going to call that against, but I mean, Nate definitely grabbed that kid's leg.
Yeah.
Looks like tackle by number 22.
And it depends whether they get the retaliation, because the Clarington player came back with a kick towards Carter, and so it'll depend. Maybe they're offsetting, but again, those tempers flaring and emotions getting a little better of the both players.
I got a dinner reservation at 7:30 tonight, Scott. So
I ordered pizza and wings for 7.
Yeah,
so I'd have to bump that back a little bit.
Yeah, this is only the first quarter. We still got 2:36 to play. Anyway, going back to Nathan Gazzetti. Nathan Gazzetti is arguably the best running back in the JV division. Heck of a football player. I mean, there was a game earlier this season. I think he had 33 carries for 315 yards and 3 touchdowns. I mean, he's just an absolute workhorse. I don't know if you know much about him, Scott, but if you do, talk a little bit about Gazzetti and kind of what he brings to the table.
Well, he comes from good stock. I coached his dad back in high school back at St. Mary's years ago.
Yeah.
And he was a pretty quick back and football player. His mom, Simone, was an absolute rock star in track and field, set many local records, maybe even still hold today. So that's where he gets his speed from. But talking to his fellow players, they just say he's, like I said, a workhorse. He just works hard every day. You get the same in practice as in a game. So just loves to play the game and plays it to the highest degree. And again, good hands out of the backfield. Obviously speedy, can get to the corner and then he's gone. And he's not afraid for a smallish back to take a big impact, a big hit, and take the hard yards for his team. So Yeah, great little player and big future ahead for him.
So another 15-yard penalty here against the Knights. I actually agree with
So
the
after
coaching
everything's
staff
been done?
of the Knights. They asked the ref. They gave this the motion of he was grabbing
Okay, so
his
we got
leg,
intentional
and
conduct
it
against
looked from up here.
Sabercats.
Again, it's tough to see from up here, but from up here, it definitely looked like Nate was grabbing his leg. Maybe Jay can go
We do have
back and
ability
take a look
to
later
play
on and confirm
first
that,
down
or
on
tell me I'm
15-yard
wrong
line for the
again, because I
Sabercats.
have been before. So Tucker now takes it. Tucker with a handoff, and that's his first
Handoff to
carry.
Nathan Gazzetti.
And Gazzetti swallowed up in the backfield by number
Chris, he
one,
get in,
Sean Puttycomb.
Get around the
What
end.
a terrific
He's met
play
number
that
one, Sean
was.
Puttycomb.
Yeah, Nathan, welcome to
tackle.
varsity football.
Yeah.
Loss of one on your first carry, but I'm sure that he'll get another chance. And that was well defended by the Clarington to get off the ball through the line, and maybe a missed assignment on the guard tackle spot, but they're
Looks
able
like a
to
loss
stop,
of 1
bring up
yard,
a second
of
and 11.
Tucker lines up with 3 receivers to his right. Scaglione comes in, pass protect. And there's a throw, and that's just a little bit high
Pass was intended,
out of the
number
hands of
88.
McPherson. I know his
Obviously,
dad
the
would
back
say if
shot
you can
McPherson
touch
just
it, you
in
can
and out of
catch
his
it,
hands
but
as
he took
jumps
a
and reaches
shot
for it.
there
Incomplete.
as he was going up for it.
Started to climb the ladder just a little too early. Maybe
Yeah.
broke up just a little quick, but he'll be looking forward to making amends for that one. So
Yeah, I know that was. You know
Nice-
what? That
nice
was
defense.
that was a terrific defensive play. I completely agree with you. The ball kind of floated up a little bit high, and the defense they popped. They laid a hit on him. So not much you can do there. So Koski's on to attempt what looks to be a 16-yard field goal
Koski
attempt.
for the field goal.
there's always a silver lining too on these field goals because you don't score, obviously, which is your goal. As Koski nails
And
it through.
Koski
Kick is up and
crushes
good.
that one. Ty Koski extends the lead 24-0 with 1:31 to play here in the first quarter.
Going back to the field goal attempt, as we entered or approached the playoffs, in closer games, field goal might be the difference. So to have your kicker have all these attempts and nailing that one from at least 20 yards, going into the playoffs, you can count on him, and your coach will have confidence to use him in a tight spot where, if you don't have that confidence in your kicking game, you might opt to go for it on a low percentage play. So anyway,
It's a nice tool to have.
absolutely. And they've always got Babako, who's got another big leg as his backup. So injuries happen, and the kicking game is alive and well with the Sault Sabercats.
Yeah, the Sabercats are missing quite a few players here tonight, too, due to injury, or this afternoon, I should say, due to injury. And, it's a good chance to get them healthy and try and just kind of, there's been some, at this time of year, no one's truly healthy, right? There's all those nagging injuries. And, this is a good week to kind of give those kids an opportunity to heal and make sure that they're good to go for the playoffs. And that's going to be a late substitution penalty against the Sabercats, and what a tackle by number 2,
Brandon Vecchio.
Brandon Vecchio.
Pass number 24 of Clarington.
Vecchio's having a game here today,
Brandon
but that
Vecchio
is going to be
immediately
a penalty
on the
against
tackle. We do have
the
a flag on the play.
Sabercats for an illegal late substitution. So I believe that's only a 5-yard penalty, so it should be, we're going to replay second down, and it'll be.
And, of course, Brandon Vecchio, cousin to Nick Vecchio.
Actually, is that a 15-yard?
It was just a personnel thing with
That's
too
a
few
late
players and
substitution.
late substitution, was it?
Yeah.
On your Sabercats.
So they're moving the ball forward. They're going to
Okay.
start 1st and 10
Anyway, it'll
from
be
the
for- yeah.
45.
First and 10.
From their own 45.
That's our first down here today.
Got to start somewhere.
Yeah. Doesn't matter how you get it. You got it. Low snap. It's picked up.
Oh, he's up.
And actually, great
Ball-
job
Bobbled and recovered.
by
Oh.
Mason LaJoy. He was able to pick that up and then also fall forward. And I think he might have got back to the line of scrimmage or
Looks
pretty
like Nick
close.
Carter on the tackle, 93. We have an injured
Little
player
sloppy
down.
exchange there. He was able to pull it back in, and I thought it hit the deck again, but they're giving it
14, I
to
think
Clarington,
Mason
2nd
Blazon
and 11 from the
was
44-yard line.
We've got a
Instead of
player
second
down
and
here
11.
for the Knights. It doesn't look to be anything serious, which is a good thing. The player is on a knee. Looks like he's able to walk off, so that's number 24.
And back to that kickoff, your personnel changes and stuff like that. Those are things that coaches wake up to in the middle of the night. Little nightmares that you have to polish up for moving into playoffs, because that can swing a momentum in the game.
Yeah, no question. I mean, you know this team extremely well. As again, your son is on the Sabercats team. What would you say? What is there an aspect of the game that they kind of need to focus on a little bit more going into the playoffs?
As an armchair quarterback, you'd like to see a few things different. Obviously, the discipline has to be focus number one. Has 14 rolls out. Quarterback looking to pass. Nice ball. Through the hands of number 30.
Running out wide. Pass is
Cameron Von
incomplete.
Det. Incomplete.
Set up third down.
Bring up third down.
Pass
See if they
intended for
decide to
30.
pass or kick rather,
Cameron
or
Von Det.
go for it. 3rd and 11 coming up. Yeah, so back to the discipline. You obviously want them to rein that in and play just on that line and not cross it. Looking at next week, we have a bye week, which is a great thing moving into playoffs. So you get to heal those little nagging injuries. You get those Seamus Parlows back and Noah DeValentine, who's out with pulled groin, and get those guys healed and ready. But like you said, a lot of stars, a lot of great players, and execution has been inconsistent, but they certainly have the ability. So.
Beautiful punt again. And it's taken by Carter. I love the way he catches the ball in the air. And Carter gets to the outside. He takes it up the sidelines. He stutter steps. He's still going, and he's finally taken down
Carter retrieved
by number 80 and number 30, Colby Doundle, and number 30, Cameron Vondetti, with a terrific tackle.
Good return by Carter.
And a perfect ending for Carter as he gets his helmet ripped off and he gets to show the flow to all of his fans.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play there. Nicely blocked as well.
Yeah, and 10 did a lot of work on his own to get to the corner, and 54 set the corner, and Kian Derboka was able to spring Carter out for a big return. So nice return down to the...
I believe that's Tristan Smith who's punting for the Knights. And my goodness, if he could get a couple extra yards, even 5-10, if he can work on that 5-10 extra yards, he's kicking the ball a mile in the air, and it's absolutely beautiful. Like, that's what you want, right? If you're a special teams coach, let your players get down into coverage. And Carter was absolutely circled on that play. He was just able to come back and make a nice play. But yeah, props to Tristan Smith for his leg in this first quarter.
That was certainly a moon rocket, and like you said, if it got another 10 yards out of it and his coverage guys could get down there, they'd make great progress on that.
There is a bit of a breeze coming too out from down there too, right? So maybe that's why he's kicking into the wind a little bit as well. As Tucker now takes it, Tucker hands it off to Thibodeau. Thibodeau, he's following his lineman, and he's finally taken down.
He's brought down by number 36, Jalen Connell.
68,
nice
Terry Dunster
Terry
out ahead of
that's what I was going to say.
Big Terry making the pack move. So
if I'm Thibodeau, I would have just found him and put my hand on his back and followed him right up. He was moving.
That locomotive was rolling down the track, and like I said,
I think I could follow. I think you or I could go run behind that guy.
You go first. But,
yeah.
But Thibodeau there, he, like you said, he could have walked that one into the house behind the big 68. But a great run on the play regardless. Looks like they're bringing it back. That must have been a flag.
Back them up.
Yeah, flag against
10-yard penalty.
The Sabercats. Not sure what the flag was. We just didn't see it. So it'll be 2nd down and 20.
And we're 11:40. They haven't changed the quarter to number 2 yet, but we're into the second quarter. We're heading north for the Sabercats. 1st and 20.
Tucker takes it.
Open.
He fakes it. He looks out. Tucker looks. He's got receivers deep. And Tucker,
Tucker looking to the end zone for Trudeau, lands just short.
I think that was intended for number 80.
Trudeau, they say.
Ty Koski.
Ty Koski on the attempt.
Yeah, Ty was running to the middle of the end zone, and Tucker threw it to the outside corner of the end zone. So just a little bit of miscommunication there, but it'll be 3rd down and 20. And again, are we going to see the Sabercats go for this? That wouldn't surprise me.
Well, they're up 24 on the game so far, and early in the second quarter, and they're up to all kinds of tricks back there. One thing consistent is their inconsistency and or not their inconsistency, but their willingness to go for it on third down, especially up 24. So there's a nice screen pass.
Little hitch pass to the outside, breaks a tackle. Ramil takes it upfield, and Ray Ramil's taken down again by Colby Dowdle.
Inside the 20.
Colby's had a great game here today.
Dowdle with another tackle.
Called Dowdle's name a few times. Number 80 having himself a game so far. But 4 or 5
second and about 6 or 7.
Helps on the defensive stop.
Wait, what? Now they're saying it's second down. No, it's.
That should be. That was third down.
That was third down there. Yeah.
Huh?
Or no.
They must have rolled it second down. So.
Sorry, that must have been a second down play. I was trusting the sticks guy.
As was I. But
yeah.
Anyway, force them into a punting or a field goal situation. So
that would make far more sense as to why they're throwing a hitch pass on
yeah. First and 20, third and 20.
And Koski's kick, that's a little squib kick.
Stunt play.
And nice attempt.
Almost.
Great attempt by Trudeau to.
Yeah, I see what the Sabercats are saying, but I don't think they realize that the ball just was out of bounds, right? So that was a little trick play there by the Sabercats.
For those of you listening on the radio, it was a field goal, 25-yard attempt by Koski. Didn't even drive for the uprights, but angled it to the corner. Trudeau was lined up behind the kicker, which makes him eligible. And he missiled down the sidelines trying to catch the ball to make it a touchdown on the coverage, but the ball ran out of the side of the end zone. So
it would have been a touchdown. So basically a stunt play.
Interesting play there.
Bombaco calls it a stunt play.
I love the play. I absolutely love the play. I don't know if I would have shown it right now, but yeah, that's
the one you keep in for practice, right?
Yeah, that's the one you want to hold on to. But that's a nice play.
It's now forever on the game file, so they'll bring it out to the 35, where Clarington will start. Clarington Huddle taking a knee way back, so maybe there's a timeout on the play.
There's a player down over
player.
here. Yeah, there's a player down. So
got it.
We have an injury timeout.
We'd just like to take a minute again to thank Paquette's Confectionery, located at 383 Cora Road here in the Sioux. Paquette's Confectionery has everything for your everyday needs: ATM, propane exchange, ice, snacks, lottery, and much, much more. They're open 8 to 8 Monday to Friday, and then 9 to 8 on Saturday and Sunday. We'd like to thank Paquette's Confectionery for their continued support of youth athletics here in Sault Ste Marie.
And of course, go ahead.
Jay has written down on the prop sheet 9 p.m. to 8 p.m. So, Jay, the guy who doesn't do everything else for us. We have to point out the one mistake he's made in a year. So that's payback for him ignoring me all day today. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Knights. They'll be snapping it from their own 35-yard line, going left to right.
So they have 25 on the scoreboard, so they get a point for that.
Missed the ball.
Missed field goal.
And there's another handoff to the outside.
Farrell's
taken down hard.
41, Ethan Karkidi coming. With big stop.
Comes across with the tackle.
You could hear that up in the booth here.
Yeah, that's a loss of 1, I think, or 2 on the play. Again,
we're going to say a loss of about 2 yards.
The outside, there's just absolutely no room on the outside.
Great pursuit and tackling by committee. There must have been 4 ball players on converging in on that ball carrier before Karkidi dropped the hammer and put him into the ground there.
And you know what? I was going to say this is a big offensive line for the Knights for the most part. But then I'll get back to this here as they take the snap. Back to throw. Nice job of evading a few, and he tries to hit Woolley, but that's incomplete. Good coverage there downfield. But nice work as well by LaJoie just to kind of make a play there.
Beautiful job as Grant Matthewson almost had him in the grasp. He managed to slip loose and roll out to the sidelines and avoid a loss by throwing out of bounds. A nice play, self-preservation and throwing out of bounds where even Vecchio couldn't have made the interception. So Brings up third and 11.
So mad props I wanted to give out to number 69 of the Clarington Knights, Keith Bentley. If you look at him, he's playing right tackle, and there's not much to him at all. And he's out there against some big boys, Evan Novello, and I've been watching him here, and he's done a pretty good job so far. As there he is there on Novello, and he makes the block. Well done. And the ball's kicked downfield. Provenzano finally picks it up, and that should be a no yards penalty. I believe there was a flag over there. We just can't see it.
Gets a couple of yards, gets across the 50.
The flag is down on the 55. So
we have a plethora of referee flag throwers here. The ones that just drop it on the field and you can't see, and then the ones where everyone knows. So
a subtle attempt there from looks like Brad Jordan on the stripes.
Yeah, Brad, you got to throw it a little higher next time for us so we can see. So the ball will go up. It will be first down and 10. Sabercats from the Knights 42-yard line, directly in front of us here, Scott.
And again, another short field for Sault Ste Marie, and Sault Ste Marie has been running the ball and moving the rock well this first half, so expect that to continue. Clarington's got to find an answer because this game getting away on them quickly. Scorecard keeps changing from 25 to 26, so we're getting this.
Tucker takes it back. Tucker looks way downfield. He's got McPherson, and there's a battle for it. It's intercepted.
Tucker goes
we'll see what the flag is.
There's some contact. Ball is tipped.
I think 88 might get on the score sheet for an offensive pass interference there, but we'll see how it happens.
Offensive?
He gave a little shove off, but the guy came back to him and engaged again, so maybe...
I felt like both guys were kind of battling for the football there in a sense. There's almost like
Without replay, usually that goes to the offensive player, so it might...
they are calling pass interference against the offense.
On the Sabercats.
Yeah.
The junior coaches for the Sabercats, Coach Baz is sitting here agreeing with us, so...
Yeah, it was just a little underthrown, and he had to get away from his defender, and it was into two defenders on the ball. One the other defenders came over, and it almost picked off, so they were lucky to get away with that.
It'll be first down and 10 Knights on a beautiful interception. I believe the pick was made by Gerard.
Oh, it was? It ended up in a pick, did it?
Yeah, so they did intercept it down low after that.
Okay,
so.
yeah.
And you know what? That throw by Tucker, I like that he saw one-on-one with the receiver, and I like that he threw the ball up. Right, that's one of those things. It's tough, but offense always has the advantage there. And we talked a little bit about the wind. Right, we've noticed that breeze on the kicks, and it's almost like the wind might maybe played a factor in that as well.
Held up that. Well, I didn't notice the number on the play, but that deep safety coming across once he saw the ball in the air to come across and make that, because it was a tip ball, and if it was intercepted, then obviously it was.
And there's a run up the middle, and they're just able to get out of the end zone. Number 31, Braden Siccotti. Again,
Nick Carter with the tackle.
Gets out. Nick Carter, an absolute monster for the St. Mary's Knights in the high school loop here in Sault Ste. Marie, and for the Sault Sabercats team, arguably one of the better players in this league.
And one of several Sault Sabercats who are off to St. Clair in the fall. I believe Nick Carter, as well as Seamus Barlow and
Daniel Bombacco.
Daniel Bombacco also going. And of course, that speaks to the quality of the SMFL here and football in general in the Soo, that we're promoting all these great athletes to other programs. Scaglione going to SMU in Halifax this fall.
I believe one of the Vecchios are going too.
I just heard word that was it Brandon that might be going to?
Yeah. Brandon's going to St. Clair as well. Yeah.
And of course, Ronan Provenzano off to Waterloo, I believe, and some great players moving on and pursuing their education and throwing a little ball in there to make it all worthwhile.
I know we've talked about Ronan before, but it's a fascinating story. I mean, that young man, I'm involved with the Sioux Minor Football League here in Sault Ste. Marie, and I've watched Ronan play football since he was young, and he was always a lineman, right? We talked about this. He was always a lineman growing up. Even his bantam year, he's going into grade 9. He was the best defensive end in the league, right? That was where he played. He was on the line, and then somewhere down the road, grade 10, I believe, where he started to kind of make that transformation and turn into the back he is today.
And he's an absolute natural. I mean, he learned the ropes down at St. Joe's Island on Sailors Encampment. His grandpa Jerry throwing him the ball, and And Jerry and Kay obviously listening to the game on Saultsports.com today, enjoying a cold beverage and sitting by the lake watching and listening to the Sault Sabercats. So big shout out to them. And yeah, again, Ronan, just an absolute great kid. Monster in the classroom as well. Great grades, hard working, loves to go to the gym and works out hard, and he obviously plays hard.
Just a smart play here by
Good hard run
the
up the
Knights.
middle.
I like that. On that QB sneak, they actually gained 5 yards there, I believe. So it'll be 3rd down and 6.
Kickoff in on the tackle.
Interesting decision here. I mean, that's one of those things, right, where if you were going to give up the safety anyway, why not try to make a play in a sense, right? So
yeah, maybe they're trying to find some more room to punt from, but
7.
like you say, maybe we'll see that quarterback sneak some more. And if we can gain 5 on that, that's a...
Or, sorry, they gained 3. It looked like it was more than 3, but yeah.
Did roll forward, yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see if they just give up the safety here or if they actually do punt the ball. The reason why giving up the safety, I mean, you are giving up 2 points. But that being said, you get to kick the ball off and you're playing field position. Whereas if you're just going to punt the ball here, the Sabercats are going to have unbelievable field position, right? So that's the big difference.
Yeah. Even if he was to boom at 50 yards, still bring him back out to midfield. So, yeah, obviously with the safety down 26, what's another 2? So we'll see what they decide to do. But maybe they're going to wait it out and can't even draw the Sabercats offside for the first down unless they do it twice. But Sabercats will be staying home, waiting for the kick, and looks like Trudeau back to receive. So obviously Trudeau didn't get ejected, so nice to see him still in the game, but obviously they'll have to be wary of the OC calls. So
we'll see what they decide to do here.
To kick.
Punter
There's
back.
The snap, and they are just going to take the safety. Wise decision by the coaching staff. That is something I'm a huge proponent of, taking the safety and taking field position, especially in situations like this. And
so the ball comes.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Sabercats. They'll take over with 7:53 to play in the 2nd quarter, up 26-0. Well,
out to 28-0 now with the
it's
safety.
all over. Well, if they change it, yeah, okay, because it was 24, right? Or it was 26.
Yeah, 26. So now with 2 more makes 28, which is a 4 touchdown converted lead. And obviously Sault Ste. Marie will go to work, see that offense, and forge a few more yards on the offensive side of the ball, and look to see a few more athletes getting the touches here. I think we're probably trying to spread the ball around, or I would like to see that happen. Maybe Malcolm gets another touch, or maybe Gazzetti in for the game.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things, though, Scott, and I was thinking about the Gazzetti situation. How much do you really want to use him, right? The junior team desperately needs him, and he's playing against some bigger guys.
Absolutely, and the only way you cut your teeth is by getting reps. But yeah, you obviously want to keep him in. You know, just being an 07, he's a little smaller than these some of these big guys. So.
And there's a quick screen here to Carter.
Tucker with a screen.
Carter.
Nate Carter
uses his blocks.
He gets the 1st down and then some.
And nice job again by number 65, Marcus Palumbo. He gets out there and makes a play.
So out to the 54. Carter having a few words with the defenders, but should just return to the huddle. Looks like number 36 here on the Knights is nursing a little bit.
Jalen Connell
took a little shot there, but nice run back and nice way to gain some extra yards by Carter to bring up the 1st down at the 54 of the Sabercats.
Tucker lines up. He's got 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Snap. He hands it off. Oh, no, sorry, fakes the handoff.
Beautiful.
Tucker throws it wide open receiver downfield. Matt Malcolm with a couple moves. And Malcolm gets down inside the 10-yard line.
10-yard line. 1st down, Sabercats.
Finally taken down by Tristan Smith. Beautiful play there by the Cats.
Well, consider us 2 that bet on that rollout, looking for the draw inside, and Tucker made a nice job to put it away and fooled us up here in the booth, or at least myself, and Malcolm wide open after the Knights bid on it as well. So a nice ability to scamper down to the 8-yard line, 9-yard line looked like.
Yeah,
so bring up 1st and goal.
An injury on the field.
Another injury, 34. Tristan Smith down on a knee. Be tended to and bring up first and goal from the 9-yard line for the Sault Sabercats. So.
Yeah, another beautiful day here in Sault Ste Marie. You know, nice day for football. It's not as hot as it has been, I guess you can say, which is a relief. I know people from Southern Ontario might find that hard to believe that we've had a hot summer up here, but it's been absolutely beautiful so far.
Nice to see that the snow has finally melted and
we can get out of our igloos and
unplug the extension cord to the United States.
That's right.
But yeah, it's a great day for football, and looks like the boys out there are enjoying themselves. Guys in blue a little more than the white shirts, but again, nice ball day.
And it's nice to see kind of tempers, it seems kind of calm down just a little bit here.
I'll set up first and
we haven't seen the penalties that we've had, so Sabercats, first down and goal.
That's the unfortunate situation of a game like this that gets out of hand in the first half. But now your Sabercats, you want to impress upon your players just to execute and start preparing for playoffs and your bye week next week. So although this game's not out of reach yet, they could certainly make a miracle comeback. But see the Sabercats well in hand with this one, 28-0 with 6:48 to play.
And Tucker takes the snap, hands it to Malcolm. Malcolm to the right side. And Malcolm with a good hard run down to the one. But what a tackle that was. Outstanding stop at the goal line. Trying to get a number
number
here.
24, 20.
Number 36 maybe?
36, Jalen Connell again.
What a hit that was.
1 yard line.
Nice to see Malcolm's been tackled on the one, a few times here today. So.
And this is where you give it to him again. Let him earn it.
Oh, I know, but you got to feel like it's going to be a Thibodeau play here, right up the middle, and it's not. They're going to throw. Tucker looks for Malcolm again, and Malcolm gets in for the touchdown. Great play. I can't tell you how much I love that call, right, by Tucker and by the Sabercats, right? Malcolm's been your workhorse here. He's been close a few times. Get him that touchdown he deserves, and that's well done. And well done by the entire team of the Sabercats there.
Oh, it's nice to recognize that he did all the work and deserves a little cherry on the Sunday, right?
Yeah, so, nice route too. Great route.
Beautiful. Yeah, nice roll out by Matty Tucker. Nice frozen rope there and hauls it in for 6. Koski gets the honor to make it 35-0, which will bring back straight time in the second half.
Yeah, and then straight time doesn't go away either. So it's
once they're up.
Once it's up there, you can. I mean, there was a game a couple years ago where it was straight time in the second quarter, I believe, and by the fourth quarter, it was only a 10-point game, and they had to go straight time in the 10. Yeah, it was.
Could have used the timeout.
I get the rule, and I think that there are some good things behind the rule, but I'll never forget that game. It was a JV Sabercats game. And it was pretty intense. I don't know if Jack was playing when that happened, or if you can recall.
I don't remember living that one, but
maybe it was a little bit before that then. But
but that's why you tell your players, don't give up. There's a lot of game, and you also tell your Sabercats, right? You're up 35 points, but we're not out of the woods yet, right?
Yeah.
You might have an opportunity in the second half to play some of your second stringers and give them some reps going to the playoffs, knowing that injuries can. Come up and guys need their confidence lifted, so they might see some action in the second half, but you still have to execute, you still have to stay on the gas, and Clarington obviously is not going away. They're going to keep coming. They came a long way, and they're going to play this game out, and hopefully they can make it a little more competitive.
I was told pizza's here, and I turned around, Scott. I don't see any, though.
I think that's doubleheader Saturday, right?
Yeah.
You got your...
And speaking of food, we'd just like to again thank Mama Cass Cheesecakes, as they do strive to bring the best cheesecake in town using only the freshest ingredients. They do specialize in New York-style baked cheesecakes. They do make the keto, gluten-friendly, and lactose-free cheesecakes as well, which is awesome because that way you never have to miss out on a dessert. Dinners, parties, weddings, big or small, we'll cheesecake them all. Visit us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/MamaCass with 2 S's cheesecakes.com. Cheesecakes.
And again, late substitution on the kickoff. So obviously those are the little things. Those are the things you work on in second half so that in playoffs when it could be costly, you have those things all dialed in and measured.
Koski's kick.
A beautiful kick by Koski. And it's picked up there.
Looks like number 24.
By
He's
Smith.
met by a
And
couple
Smith
Sabercats. We
taken
do
down.
have a flag on the field.
Seems to be a lot of
Offside on us.
extracurricular under the pile there with a big mass of men.
Evan Novello, I believe, made the stop. We'll see what the flag is. So it's going to be, that is going to be against the Sabercats.
What was it called? An offside?
Offside on the Sabercats.
Wow. And again, those little things could swing a game. Now it's still posted 34. Did they miss the extra point on that touchdown? Or?
Well, the score was 28-0. So, yeah, it should be 35.
I didn't notice whether it was converted.
It was 25-0, or it was 27-0?
No, it was 28. It was
28 they had 28 on the board. Oh, okay. They had 1 point too many. So
correction in the in-house here. So it's 34-0. My apologies. 5:38 to go in the second half, or first half rather. So that'll keep it from going straight time.
I'm wondering that's how they did it. They had an extra up here. Yeah. They put an extra point in by mistake.
Perfect.
So it's 34. That's why they changed.
Getting correction on the scorecard here by
thanks
Phil Bombacco.
Thanks to Phil Bombacco, outstanding commentator here in the Sioux. And what a hit there by number 25, Landon Tricarton.
Kick is picked up by number 34.
Nice breakdown on the ball carrier there.
I taught him all of that back in his Sioux Minor football days. Put your helmet back on there, Rodriguez. Oof. Refs aren't going to give him a penalty. Oh, he goes down.
Boys love to show off their hair, don't they?
I know.
And they have some great hair, too. I'm jealous. 37 taking a knee. That'll be Mateo Rodriguez, linebacker for the Sabercats. Looks like a little ankle injury.
Yeah, you got to watch that with the helmet, though, right? Because he took his helmet off, and the officials could have called that a penalty. But nice to see they're going to not because of the injury. So the Knights will take over, first down and 10 with 5:34 to play in the second quarter. They are down 34-0.
Looks like Dr. Stephen Scott, they're out. Dr. Scott, chiropractor, working on the medical stop, or is that my eyes failing me?
I'm not sure. Are they re-kicking here again?
Yep.
So they are going to kick again.
Coach Will Bazawa doing our spotting here for us, correcting all our mistakes. So it looks like they're going to go back and kick another one. So.
I understand why they would want them to kick again, but that just puts in to consideration a short kick or something that the Sabercats do so well, right? And it's almost like, listen, you got the ball, take it and try and make a play, right?
And it was respectful field position too.
Yeah,
not a great
see
return.
Exactly what I said. Yeah. And what a play, and it's taken. Nice play by number 31, Braden Sakati. What a terrific play as he jumps up in between three Sabercats players. And even though he didn't catch the ball on the first time, he fell right on it and made a great play. And now the Knights with terrific field position with 5:34 to play. It'll be first down and 10 in Sabercats territory on their own 54-yard line.
And a gain of 25 on the choice to have them re-kick it. But like you said, it brings up the opportunity to do that onside kick. And they're easily at risk of losing it again as the ball hit the deck. But Sakati ended up pulling it in, giving them the ball inside the Sabercat zone at the 49. I mentioned Coach Bazawa, and he's excited to start next year with his senior program in White Pine. So we're always looking forward to and excited about that opportunity to grow the senior loop by one and return it to 4 teams. So good luck to his group. And again, congratulations on rejoining the loop.
And there's a pitch to the outside, and it hits the ground. And there's a battle for it. And Ethan Scott was right there. And Ethan Scott picks it up. And it'll be first down and 10 Sabercats.
First and 10 Sabercats.
From their own 54-yard line with 5:15 to play. Tough, eh, Scott? They keep trying to do those pitches to the outside with not much success. So
That looked like it was well set up. It was just lateraled a little too forward, and Scott in on the play, and probably the receiver hearing footsteps, and he was unable to lock it in and hits the deck. And obviously Scott pulls up the fumble recovery, and Sabercats take over at the 54, right around midfield. Great job by Ethan Scott to pull that in for his first fumble recovery this year. So congratulations to him. Well done.
Tucker hands it off.
There's
Scaglione with a good hard run. And,
oh,
no.
Goodness.
Oh, no. Oh, that's exactly what the
Tackle down, we do have
fear
an
is
injury.
of doing that. As number 17, Evander Bentley, with a nice tackle on the play.
Great play as he carried for a gain of about 12 on the play, but on the tackle brought down, and Scaglione in some obvious pain. So they
we're gonna take a break right now, and we'll be back in a couple minutes.
very good.
will take over. Sorry, we're good. Sabercats taking over, first down and 10. There's a swing pass to the outside. It's taken by Carter. Carter avoids a couple tackles, and what a hit there again, but avoids another tackle and goes forward. Finally brought down by number 80,
right,
I believe, Colby Dowdle.
Nice little swing screen
And
pass to Carter.
Dowdle's had quite the game here
downfield.
today again, Scott. We've talked a
Down
lot
about
about
the
him
20-yard
today.
line, 25-yard
Yeah,
line.
he's
We
come
do
to
have a
play,
flag on the
and
play.
after a long gain, obviously, brings up first down, but there's flags late on the play, so we'll see who owns that one, and we'll see if we march forward or take it back.
Clock is running here still with 3:14 to play. Usually it stops on a penalty discussion, but
So 34-0, 3:02 left in the first half. So at the half, we'll take a little break and rejoin you for the second half of this game. Make sure you come on back and enjoy the rest of this Sault Ste Marie Sabercats versus the Clarington Knights on a beautiful day here at Superior Heights football. Like I said earlier, they have a bye week coming up, which sets them up nicely for the playoffs, which will begin the following Saturday with by virtue of our 5-0 record, we have home ice, or home
rough
field
play.
rather, advantage for the first two playoff games, hopefully.
On Clarington.
And hopefully if we go on to finish this one out, we'll complete our first undefeated season in Sault Sabercat football history. So great season coming to end today, and looking forward to 2 weeks' time when we begin our playoffs.
do they know who do the Sabercats know who their first round opponent is yet?
I think everything's still shaken down. Team to be determined. Yeah, the season wraps up for several other teams in the division next week. Of course, we have the bye, so we should know by next
That's a 3-minute
Saturday
warning. First
who our opponent will be in the first round.
Tucker, 3 receivers to his left, hands off up the middle. Thibodeau stutter steps a few times, and Thibodeau's just running over guys. Caleb Thibodeau with another beautiful run. Taken down by number 80 yet again. Dowdle.
Once again, Colby Dowdle on the tackle.
Nate Carter there got a little rock by 36. Jalen Connell certainly packs a big punch for a little guy that came across and stood up number 10, but able to make the block and allow Thibodeau around the corner as he scampers for a few extra yards and got a little airborne towards the end. Didn't stick the landing, but a great carry. Gain of 5 hard yards on the play, maybe 6, bringing up 2nd and 4 on the 10.
Tucker takes it. He looks to his left. He tries to find Carter, and it's intercepted. And it's taken by number 88. Nice play.
Clarington with the big interception.
What a play by
Pass intended
Vesnaver.
for Nate Carter.
And Vesnaver with a heck of a play. He
Number
with a
88, Garrett Vesnaver
beautiful
with the
interception
catch.
there.
We do have flags going.
Flags going now as Matty Tucker here engages Connell and pointing at the scoreboard. Again, Matty Tucker coming up to make a tackle on that. Might have get a little stinger on his shoulder. It looked like he's trying to shake that one off. So
Yeah, Tucker didn't, you know,
34-0 game.
With a good quarterback tackle, just laid his shoulder into him and slowed him down for the other guys.
Tucker with the eventual tackle.
I think Dunster was the one that came down and kind of finally wrapped him up. But what happened on that play was, I believe that was set up for Nate Carter. And Nate Carter, when he tried to run that out route, it looks like he slipped or something happened, and he ended up hitting the ground. So that'll be first down and 10 for the Knights. Again, that's just one of those, I think, if you're the Sabercats, that's just the receiver slipped, right? That's what happened there. But give all the credit in the world to the Knights as, Vesnaver was right there to make the play, and Johnny on the spot picks it up. And nice return of, 35 yards plus a penalty.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, again, there's a discipline rearing its ugly head again. And, Tucker getting the penalty on the late call after engaging Connell. So they'll take over at the 46-yard line. Oh, move back to the 44.
I'm not entirely sure why the clock was running this entire time.
So almost a minute now. They run it off as they move the sticks, and this will be the last play of the half.
I don't know if the officials thought it was supposed to be 35 on the score clock and they were running straight time, and there's that little QB sneak again. What a
good QB sneak.
good play for him. It's working.
Yards.
And that'll do it for the end of the first half here. The Sabercats with a 34-0 lead I'm Tony
That'll do it for
Bonifero,
the
joined
first half.
alongside Scott McPherson, Jay and Shaw Houselander in studio, and Chris Carr on a chair. We'll be back in 10 minutes' time with second half action here from Superior Heights Field in Sault Ste. Marie. Can I interview Baz for a quick second?
We thank everybody for coming out. Please stay tuned to our social media
Welcome back to
websites and
Superior Heights
websites
Field
for
here in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario.
upcoming junior
It looks
varsity,
like
varsity,
the
and
second
of course,
half will
don't
not be
forget our
played
Sioux
here from the
Steelers
Sioux as
football
the
game.
Clarington
Steelers are
Knights
in North
have
Bay tonight.
decided to
Everybody
throw in the
please have a
towel
great
here.
weekend.
So the final score
Yeah, have
in
a
the
nice
game
day.
will be 34-0 for the Sault Sabercats. We obviously won't be able to be bringing you second half action here, but instead we have Coach Bazawa from the JV Sabercats program joining us for a quick little interview just to talk about his season. Coach Baz, thanks for joining us here today, bud.
Well, good to be of assistance here in a short game.
So, Coach Baz, obviously you guys have had quite the up and down season this year with the Sabercats. Just talk a little bit about the season so far and how it's been going for you guys.
We had a lot of bright spots early on, but I think the age of our team, the limited football IQ, is really starting to show these last couple of games. Kids just aren't used to getting on a bus for 10 hours, traveling down, and finding that next day motivation to get ready and play.
Yeah, that's tough, right? I mean, I remember when we played back in the day, it was the same thing, right? And that's a tough job for you as a coach. So, how are you kind of, how are you trying to counter some of these things? And what are some things that you guys are doing to try and make things a little bit looser on the road for the guys and kind of get them more prepared to play?
Oh, we're really just stressing fundamentals. I mean, due to the fact that York forfeited this week, we've got 6 practices until our next playoff game. So we're really just toning things back and getting them to raise that football IQ in a way that's exciting for them too, not necessarily a negative reinforcement of sense.
So, Baz, talk a little bit about some of your leaders this year on offense and defense. Obviously, everyone knows about Gazzetti and kind of what he brings to the table. But talk a little bit more about some of the unsung heroes that you have on your team this year that maybe we don't notice as much as you guys do.
I think just the fact that we have a number of first-year players who are in grade 10 but didn't play that grade 9 year. Guys like Garen Pine from White Pines, guys from Wilma Daw from Superior Heights, William Iadens from St. Mary's, just guys who are taking everything in that they possibly can and using it to make themselves better.
You guys have an outstanding coaching staff this year. Talk about the job that your coaching staff has done and who is on your staff this year. Just give them a quick shout out as well.
Yeah, on the sense side of the ball, I've got Craig Elliott coaching the defensive line. Nick DePasquale is handling DBs for us. A mixture of Jacob George and Michael Reed have been coaching linebackers. The offensive side of the ball, there's Steve Knott, Jordan Robinson Wright is the co-OC this year. Brad Nichols taking care of wide receivers, Ryan Duncan for linemen, and Mike Nicoletta for the backs.
Oh, that's a great stuff. Finally, I just want you to talk a little bit about White Pines. We did mention it on the broadcast that White Pines is, it's nice to see their senior team back this season, and you're doing a remarkable job over at White Pines. Just kind of talk about the program and the direction that you guys are going there.
Yeah, we're happy to be alive and flourishing, and the fact that I've gotten so much support from not only the school but the surrounding community has made things a lot easier in that sense. We obviously got a while to go, but we're kind of just tagging it as instead of being a part of something, why not come build something? Yeah,
I love that. That's great. I mean, we all know we've talked about this even before you were at White Pines, that 4 teams in the high school loop is huge, right?
Better.
So are you going to have a senior and a junior team this year then?
Yes, sir.
And who are your coaching staff's going to be for those teams?
It's a long list on both sides.
Oh, okay. Do you have a head coach for the junior team?
Yeah,
then?
John Bougerold is going to take over for
Johnny
me at the junior spot for head coach, and he's going to have his own staff.
Awesome.
We're going to be in riches in that sense, where we'll have a guy for every position on both junior and senior staffs. That's
amazing. Well, listen, we really appreciate you doing this. You're doing a heck of a job at White Pines. Keep up the great work. You're doing a great job with the Sabercats. You have a whole city behind you, and keep rolling the way you are. And thanks a lot for doing this.
Appreciate the time, B.
Thanks.